Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon. I am Cinnamon Stitches. Welcome to Cinnamon Stitches. I'm in a hotel. This is a hotel vlog slash yarn haul. It ain't much of a haul. And the reason I made the haul is because I packed yarn for this trip. I'm only here for 3 days. And I already ran out of yarn because I crocheted the heck out of my yarn that I brought. Now, we're going to talk about why I ran out of yarn. I didn't run entirely out of yarn. I ran mostly out of yarn because I packed fur yarn with the intention of making hats. Well, I have some fur yarn left over, but this is not enough to make a whole hat. This ain't enough to make it, like, this is scraps at this point. I ran out of yarn. I packed a scrap ball of yarn, which was enough to make a hat and make a partial second hat. I have more of this at home, so I can finish that hat at home. I'll show you the hats I made on Monday Makes, but I used all the yarn I packed. I packed 2 skeins of brown. I packed an entire brand new skein of the Line Brand Jeans yarn, and I packed the leftover ball of yarn that made a hat and a hat. Well, that's about a quarter of a hat. And I ran out of regular yarn, and we had a little bit of a stressful situation happen last night while we were here at the hotel. I will go into greater detail on that in tomorrow's members video, but yeah, I need to have something in my hands because stress and anxiety, and I can't get home right now. And I'm just gonna tell you, Juju got in a car accident. She got T-boned last night, and she is okay. More details will be in the members video, and I will probably revisit the subject on Monday for you guys because I know that a lot of you love Juju and are worried about her. She is okay. She is okay. Her car got crunched, but she is okay, and she is not alone. Her boyfriend is with her and was with her, and everything is okay, and everything will be okay. She is home. There was no injuries. But everybody that has watched Cinnamon Stitches that knows that I have anxiety and I have all kinds of things in my head that don't necessarily work normally. Okay, so in order to keep my mind from racing and worrying and stressing, I crochet, and that is when you see me crochet a lot in a short amount of time, it's usually a stress situation. Sometimes it's just because, like with the cardigans, I crocheted 3 cardigans in a matter of 2 weeks. That was not a stress situation. That was, I love this so much, I want to make another one. I want to make another one. And then I made 3, and now I'm over it. And I fully see more sweaters and cardigans in my future, and maybe more tutorials on the channel, because now that I figured out how to show you guys, the sleeves is what was I was really scared to screw up the sleeves. And I wasn't scared to screw up the sleeves for myself. I was scared to screw up the sleeves for the tutorials. And now that I have figured out how to express to you how to measure the sleeves for your own arms and how to do decreases and all that stuff, I feel a lot safer making more patterns with sleeves in the future. But so I have a very, very small Joann's order. Now, this is kind of a longer story that the members didn't get to hear, so you are hearing this part, okay? So, yesterday I ran out of yarn, and I'm like, all I have left is fur, and I thought I was going to be here at least 1 day longer than I'm actually going to be here because Mr. Cinnamon's going to be here a day longer than me. And I'm like, okay, I got 2 more days in this hotel with Lucas, which is fine. Him and I have things to do together, but when he gets bored of me and he gets bored of doing things with me, he does things on his own, and then I'm sitting here staring at TV, and I hate that. I don't like doom scrolling on the phone for hours. I don't like watching TV, and I can't even watch YouTube on the screen. I have to watch it on my phone, so I need something to keep my mind busy, occupied. So last night I was like, Mr. Cinnamon, can you please just run over to Joann's, it's right up the road, and just grab me some yarn? We can make a video out of it. And he's all, yeah. And he's like, what do you want? I was like, okay, I kind of just want Big Twist, but if you go in and just pick some random yarns, it'll be fun and we can make a video out of it. That was my intent, for him to go surprise me, pick out yarn, okay? That would be fun to see what he came up with and what I could make from that. That didn't happen at all. Not even a little bit. He got over to Joann's and they were closed at 7, even though they're not supposed to close till 9. And then he's like, I'm going to head over to Michael's. And I was like, okay. He's all, is there anything at Michael's? I was like, I hate Michael's. Like, Michael's sucks so bad. They don't have nothing right now. I was like, and even if they do, I have not been to Michael's in probably 6 to 8 months. I don't even know what they would have in there. Don't get me wrong. I went into Michael's a couple of times. I have not shopped for Michael's in 6 to 8 months for yarn because I've not found anything there. I'm not a huge fan of Karen cakes, and it seems like that's all Michael's carries is Karen cakes and then a bunch of blanket yarn, which I also don't work with. And so I was like, you can head over there, but I don't know what you're going to find for me. He's in the car driving over from Joann's to Michael's, and that's when I get the phone call about Juju's car accident. And I was like, halt. I'm texting him while I'm video chatting with her. She's crying. I'm like, come back, emergency. Like, come back to the room immediately. Juju got in a car accident. She's okay, but come back. And then, as a parent, your entire world kind of is like, I can't get to her. So everything halted last night, and nobody slept because scary thing, you know. I'm not going to go into any more detail because I'm going to cry, and I don't want to cry. So, she's fine. Her boyfriend is fine. Everything else doesn't matter. We got car insurance. Thank God. There's so many years we didn't have car insurance because we couldn't afford it, and we got full coverage on her car where she's good. So, like I said, what I have left over from what I packed is, where's the pink? Is fur yarn. And I'm making really cool hats, and I can't wait to show you on Monday because I'm really proud of the way the hats turned out, and I kind of love them. And so I wanted yarn to kind of go with the fur so I can make a couple more hats while I'm sitting in this hotel room. And probably on the drive home because I didn't drive here. He's driving me back and forth. So I just want... I was thinking, so I opened up the Joann's app. I was like, I'll place an order while he's at work because he leaves at 5 in the morning for work. He's out before I even think about. He's sometimes leaving for work when I finally get my body to fall asleep. If that tells you anything. I think we're 2 ships passing in the night. I'm falling asleep. He's going to work. I don't try to stay up. I go to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock. I try to go to sleep at a reasonable hour, but some nights I just cannot fall asleep until 5. And that has happened more times than I can count. Little man has the same problem. Matter of fact, the first night we were here at the hotel, he went to sleep around 11 and was up at 5 a.m. So he barely slept, and him and I were both tired all day. Just kind of like dragging. I'm crocheting, wanting to go to sleep. He's sitting on the couch just like staring at the TV like this. And God help him, he won't go to sleep. So anyway, so I placed an order on Joann's, and much as Joann's always does to me, canceled half the order. And I was complaining to the cinnamon buns in the members video. I'm going to tell you what I was complaining about, so you're not missing that information either. It almost feels like Joann's is running a scam at this point. Because... I checked the inventory before I placed this order, and I ordered yarns that had more than 10 skeins in stock according to the app. Which can I tell you, the app kept like getting to the part where I would check out and it would just stall and quit and then freeze. I've been having so many problems with Joann's app. They need a new app developer because it's getting ridiculous. Like the information is always wrong in the app. They will say something, like you can't even find certain things on the app. You have to go to the website and search them out, and then it will show up. So I ended up going and logging in on the website And the internet at this hotel is garbage. Like, they don't even have in-room Wi-Fi. It's so bad. I have to take and sit my phone in the window just to get a connection to upload these little videos that I'm doing. So I placed an order for some yarns that I have seen, honestly, on Another Yarn. Okay? The channel Another Yarn, I've been watching her, like, a lot. It's been her and Sandy from Crochet A and Joe's Web and Hannah from the Cozy Cottage, because Hannah only once a year does blog type videos, and I love them, and I would watch them if she did them all year round. I like watching her interact with her kids. I like watching her kids play in the dirt. I like listening to her talk about her everyday mundane existence. She just doesn't think I don't think she realizes she's as interesting as she is. I like listening to her talk. So those are like the channels I've been watching. But Another Yarn has been showing a lot of yarn from Joann's, because she bought a bunch recently. And she's looking at it, I'm like, okay, I've seen that, but it didn't look pretty until she was holding it. And I was like, that didn't seem interesting to me until she was showing it. And I was like, okay. So I'm taking notes by watching her, because her and I have very similar tastes in yarn and colors and all that. And I really like the stuff she's doing and picking out. She's so talented. And so I've been taking notes, and I ordered some of the yarns that she's shown recently, and all of my big twists got canceled except 2. So that's where we're at. I don't have anything real fancy to show you. I have 4 skeins of yarn, and 2 of them are white. Because I thought the white would look really good with the blue. Or the gray. Well, maybe not. This is a little too yellow. Or the pink. Oh yeah, the pink would look real pretty. So this is skein tones. And I have some of this at home, because this stuff is anti-pilling acrylic and is really, really nice yarn. This is from Lion Brand. It's the skein tones. It comes in skin and flesh colored yarns. So it's to make a perfect match for like amigurumi and doll making and stuff like that, was the intended purpose of this yarn. So you can have stuff for perfect skin tone. I don't know anybody that's this color, like, because it's kind of yellow white. I don't know anybody this color. This is the color Ivory, and it's a 4-weight. It's 185 yards. I got 2 of these because they were on sale, and I know that I love skein tones. I paid last year, I got these on clearance for cheaper than the sale price I paid for these today, but because I'm stuck in a hotel and because I'm trying to, like, this blue sparkle has gold in it, and you put that next, I think that is just going to look real fancy. So I'm going to make a hat out of that. That was the whole purpose of buying this. And I bought 2 of them because you will see in Monday's video. I made a hat out of the jeans yarn from Lion Brand. Took the entire skein for a hat because I held it double to make it a thicker hat. And it looks nice. And I know that this is comparable to the jeans yarn. So I was thinking about holding this double and making a hat. So that's why I bought 2 of them. Otherwise, I would have only bought 1. I would have only bought. Boughten is not a word. I would have only purchased 1. Alright. And then I got this color of the big twist. I mean, it could go with that blue. I don't think it's going to go with that blue. I really bought this because it looked interesting on the channel, and it's far prettier on the internet than it is in person, and it feels kind of rough. Let's see. This is the color Lake House. It is way outside of the colors that Cinema Stitches normally buys. It's 100% acrylic, made in Turkey. It doesn't feel real nice. Maybe it's because I was just touching that, but it doesn't feel real nice. It feels super savory. I'm going to have to work with it to see if I like it or not. It doesn't feel real great. So, machine washable and dryable. Oh, machine washable, do not tumble dry flat. I'm going to dry it. I'm going to be real honest. Whatever I make out of this, I'm going to dry it. It's acrylic. I don't care. Alright, and then I got This one, because I think it was Kayla from Llama Mama Kayla. I think she showed this, and I might be wrong about that. It might have been Shannon. It might have been another yarn. I know that I saw this though. This is the color Pool Time. I have this same yarn in red and green and purple. I didn't have the blue because my store didn't have the blue. But when I saw the blue on whoever's channel it was, I saw it on, and they worked up into a hat, I believe. I think it was Kayla. Maybe she made it on the knitting machine. Because I'm remembering it as knit. It was a couple weeks. It was like 2 weeks ago, I think. Anyway, it was beautiful worked up. And I was like, gotta have that. It's blue. It's pretty. I didn't buy this for making hats today. I bought the white for making hats today. But I bought it. And then I bought 3 more colors of the Big Twist Value that all got canceled. They, however, sent me a coupon for free shipping. So in 2 weeks, probably around Christmas time, that will come in. But that's the yarn I purchased. But I also got a couple Christmas ornaments. Because, Juju, when she was out with her boyfriend, they were having a date day. They were doing Christmassy stuff together. And she made a whole day of it. Like, they put up her Christmas tree in her room. And they decorated it together. And they went downtown to go look at the Christmas windows. And they had a whole day, and then they went to the store to get snacks, and that's when the accident happened. And so they had a whole day of Christmas stuff, and she had called me because she calls me all the time. She loves me. She misses me when I'm not around. She is like my best friend. I love her. She's the greatest human, like, just amazing kid. She's not a human. She's not a kid. She's not a mom either, and I almost said that. She is the most amazing woman. I am so proud of the person that she is, and okay, so she called me and showed me a picture of her tree. She's very proud of it. They did a good job. It's beautiful. It makes her bedroom look pretty, okay? And I just wish I had some more ornaments. So after everything that happened last night, I woke up this morning, I'm like, I'm going to order her some ornaments from Joann's, because this one in particular she really wanted. And you'll know why as soon as I show it to you. Her and I both have a gluten-free have a gluten allergy, so we live a gluten-free lifestyle. And this says gluten-free is the way to be, and it's a little bread with a face on it. And I got this. It was like $3. Regularly $12.99. They're all on sale. I got that for her Christmas tree because I wanted to cheer her up. And then that one's mine. I ordered her this one because her and her boyfriend absolutely love music. They went to a concert together, and I figured this is a way to... I tried to look for a guitar because he plays a guitar. They didn't have a guitar. I would really like to have bought him an electric guitar ornament, but I got this for her tree because it's music to signify their relationship. Something cute for them to remember on her Christmas tree. So I bought that for her. And then I bought this one for myself. And if you guys have been listening to me talk lately, you'll understand why. This is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's a poinsettia. And funny story, and I'm going to tell you again in case you didn't hear the story. I used to hate poinsettias. My mom bought me poinsettias. They always died. Like, I used to hate them. I was like, they're such a stupid plant. Like, they're not even actually flowers. They're just colored leaves on a plant, right? Hated poinsettias. I thought they were stupid. They were poisonous to my cat. Like, useless plant. Well, when Mr. Cinnamon and I got married, we got married at a place in Ventura County, California. And it's called, we got married at Grant Park, which is a park on the side of the mountain overlooking the ocean. Perfect idyllic scenario. The big giant wooden cross from, I don't know, it's 100 years old or something, that was erected by Padre Serra. I think his name is it's not Junipero. It's Junipero Serra. Anyway, I'm probably butchering that. I am white. He was not. I know that I'm saying the name wrong. Anyway, he erected crosses all along the coastline of California and I believe into Mexico to bring people to Christ. Pagans, non-Christians, etc. Bring them to Christ, etc. The crosses are beautiful. They're old. Some of them have been destroyed from fires and all. Like, it's just a beautiful scenario. It's a beautiful setting, and it was an amazing place to get married at. We had our wedding reception up the hill a little ways, down the road, whatever you call it, in a reception hall called Poinsettia Pavilion, which I don't know if they're still open or not. This was in 2003, so this was years and years ago. And once again, Poinsettia Pavilion was kind of on the side of the mountain, overlook. You could see the ocean from the patio of the Poinsettia Pavilion. And ever since then, Poinsettia's kind of like meant more to me because it reminded me of our wedding. It reminded me of, our reception and all that. Our wedding reception was actually really quite beautiful. We paid for the entire thing by ourselves. We were all of 23 years old and had very little help from family. I mean, don't get me wrong. His grandma and grandpa got us some really amazing gifts. His uncle knew a guy, so we had a free DJ. His Nina, which is his godmother, got us, she came and set up the entire reception, and she made centerpieces for all of the tables. I love her. Juliana is actually named after her. Juju's middle name, I named her after, is Nina. And, the family pitched in, but, financially, it was a really big burden on us to pay for this wedding that we had. Everybody pitched in with things, but it was the main cost was on us. And it was a really big deal at 23 years old for us to do that. It was a really big deal. Well, anyway, the wedding site was at a park, so it was a minimal fee. And then, Grandma and Grandpa knew a guy who played guitar. So we had a guitarist and a flautist, a flute player at our wedding, which we didn't care about or didn't need it, but they knew a guy, so he came and did it for them for free. And, or maybe they paid them. I have no idea how that worked. So we had, people pitched in, but, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, the reception, and Mr. Cinnamon planned the wedding pretty much by himself because we lived in Michigan, and we had to travel home. He's from California. Travel to his home, and set everything up, plan everything. So he went out by himself, and he found all the places. And he would send me pictures, because back then we didn't have cell phones. There was no pictures and all that stuff. So he took pictures with an actual camera, brought it back to me. We developed it. I looked at photos. And we decided on all these things long distance, 2,700 miles away. And no, it was 3,000 miles away. It doesn't matter. So he picked Poinsettia Pavilion. I saw some pictures on the internet, but didn't know a whole lot. When I got there and it was all set, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. He planned the perfect wedding for me. He really did. And the night of our wedding, which is also my birthday, the Ventura County Fair was going on, and they do fireworks every night at dusk. And so me and people from the wedding went out onto the deck, it wasn't a deck, the patio of the reception hall, and the fireworks were mostly colors of red, which was my wedding colors. Red is apparently a theme today. And we got to watch fireworks the night of my wedding. It was as if we paid for fireworks, but we didn't. And we got to see fireworks at our wedding. It was just, everything was idyllic. It was just beautiful. That's why poinsettias are now a thing for me. I also have a poinsettia ornament that is on my Christmas tree that is from Grandma, which means more this year than it ever has. Because, if you guys recall, Grandma passed away this year in the springtime, and she's very much like the final family member to go. We don't really have contact with anybody else. Chris's parents are still alive, but they are not and never have been a part of our life. Grandma and Grandpa were it. And both my parents are gone. And so losing Grandma this year has been a huge, huge impact, and we have been grieving since. We very much have been. And we're still going through a lot of the process of dealing with like the aftermath of her passing. And so when we were decorating our Christmas tree, we're pulling out Christmas ornaments, and the poinsettia that is on my Christmas tree was a gift tag. It's a Christmas ornament, but Grandma liked to decorate the Christmas gifts with yarn. She did not knit or crochet. She always would buy yarn to wrap the presents and put little ribbons and just pretty things on there. And sometimes she would tie jingle bells to the Christmas presents. And sometimes she would tie ornaments onto the Christmas presents. And this one in particular is a poinsettia, and I have had it probably longer than Juju has been alive. I've had it a long time. And it was to Chris and Jen, love Grandma and Grandpa. And she wrote on the back of it, because it's a gift tag, but it's an ornament. And that one I have always had. I also, for a while, had jingle bells that she put on yarn that was on my tree, but that's the one that I've had the longest from her. And so putting that ornament on the tree this year, I just, like, it was sad, but I'm so glad that I still have that, because it has her writing on it. And I should probably put some veneer or lacquer or some clear coat on the back of it so that it never fades away, so that I always have that, and then Juju can have it. Because of both of my kids, Juju was really close to Grandma and Grandpa a lot. We went through all the photo albums at Grandma and Grandpa's house when Grandpa passed away, and she had an entire photo album. She had 37 grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren. She had an entire photo album of just Juju. And was that favoritism? No. It's just I was a photographer. I was always sending pictures. And she had an entire album all to herself. She also was really close to Grandma. They would talk and they would email. And when we came to visit, Grandma would ask Juju to bake her mandolin cookies for her, because Juju liked to cook and Grandma knew that. And Grandma was always encouraging whatever Juju wanted out of life. She wanted to be a cowboy when she was 3. They bought her a cowboy hat and boots. She wanted to be a chef when she was 5. Grandma sent her an apron, a rolling pin, a chef hat. All of which we still have. So the poinsettia is, it's got meaning. That's why I bought that ornament. Just an emotional kind of day today from the hotel. I am going home tonight, so by the time this video is aired, I will have spent the night at home already. I'll be home because I'm recording this in your world yesterday. It's been a crazy week. It's been just all over the place week, and I can't wait to get home and just put my arms around my daughter and her boyfriend, and just, I'm so glad they're okay. Both of them. The whole situation is crazy. So yeah, but everything's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. It's not anything to worry about. It's just, you hear so many bad things happening right before Christmas, and just, I'm so glad she's okay, because nothing else matters. Nothing else matters right now. I'm going to sign off from here. I just really wanted to show you my yarn purchase, tell you why I bought it, because I ran out of yarn in the hotel room. And right now, I'm not even going to go crochet. I'm going to go play dominoes with little man, because we went to the thrift store, and you know what? I think I'm going to let him do a little haul video. You guys want to see Lucas's haul? Hey, bud! Luke! Lucas! Come here. You want to show the cinnamon buds what we got from the thrift store? Yeah. Get all 3 items. There's a bonus. No, you can bring the sweater I bought you. I bought him a hoodie at the thrift store because he didn't have enough sense to grab a sweater. It's 30 degrees outside last night. So I bought him a hoodie from the thrift store. It's actually a nice hoodie.
A log cabin Goodwill.
Yeah. All right. What is it? You gotta tell them what it is.
It is a calculator from the thrift store, which you find at grocery stores.
This was $4.99, and it came with 3 rolls of paper. But it's an adding machine. You guys already know. But he wanted to do this. He wanted to use this for homeschool, so he can do his calculations. How come it's not turning? Oh, it's not plugged in. Duh.
And it has no batteries.
Yeah, I forgot it had to plug in.
Yeah.
Can you not make that noise? This is a flashlight that they bought. That is an emergency flashlight, which is ironic. It doesn't have batteries in it though, but it's got the emergency lights, and it's a flat. He wanted this from the thrift store. How much did this cost?
I don't know.
You have no idea. Does the plug for that work in here?
No, this one's a 6-volt and it's not big enough.
Oh, this one's 12 volt.
That's a 12-volt. I have some.
Alright, so you got that. What? And go get the Dominoes.
Oh, I forgot I went to Domino's to go buy some.
Sure, we went to Domino's to buy Dominoes. So, I don't know. This Goodwill in particular has a bunch of new products, and I think this was one of the new products. Because looks like it's never been used. And it needs D batteries, which we don't have. C batteries or C batteries? This takes 6 batteries.
C batteries.
I know. C batteries are expensive. And then we got a whole thing of dominoes. I'm gonna teach him how to play dominoes.
I'm at the garage.
Stop doing that. That is obnoxious.
I tried to keep building a road last night on the table.
I know he was trying to build it to knock them down, but I'm gonna teach him how to actually play.
I accidentally shook the table and all of it came tumbling down.
They did. There's supposed to be instructions for 16 different dominoes in here. It says there's 91 shiny dominoes, but there was not. But it looks like these.
All the dominoes are shiny.
There's like one missing. All right, can you take
this?
this?
I'm gonna cover my Ford.
Please, please, please. He's a 10-year-old little boy. Like he's here. I'm probably gonna have to cut that out now because you're being gross. All right, guys. I'm gonna let you go because I got a 10-year-old boy with ADHD in the hotel room, and he's of course gonna be a 10-year-old little boy and be highly inappropriate and embarrass his mom in front of company. Why wouldn't he? He does the same thing when people come over. He's like, I gotta go do what I gotta do. He just... Anyway, if you have a son, you know how that goes. And with that, thank you for watching. I will see you guys Monday, and I will show you all of my makes, which will probably just be hats at this point. But, I mean, that's what we were able to make. And before anybody asks, I'm fine. I developed a pimple in the middle of the night, and I picked at it in my sleep, and I caused my entire face to get inflamed. I've tried to hide it with my hair because it's not real cute and it's not real pretty, but like I was picking in my sleep at my face, and I don't know what this is. Looks like I got smacked around a little bit, but I promise you I have not, and I'm fine. And it's just, it is what it is. When I get breakouts on my face, my eczema flares up, and that is not. That's a eczema flare up from me picking at it I was scratching it in my sleep because it was itchy. Yeah. So, because I know someone's gonna go, oh my god, what happened to your face? Like, we can't just ignore that I have a big thing on my face. I already know it's gonna happen. Somebody probably already typed it in, and now that I'm explaining what it is, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go delete that because now I'm embarrassed, but I already saw it. So maybe you shouldn't have put that. That hurt my feelings. It's embarrassing that I have a big mark on my face. Anyway, it's fine. Members video tomorrow. I will try to, at some point this weekend, record a Monday Makes videos to show you all the hats that I'm making because I'm really proud of them. I really like the way they turned out with the fur. Boots with the fur. Once again, Juju is okay. I would appreciate prayers for her, though. She is really shooken up by it. And boyfriend is really shooken up by it, too. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.